back, everybody. Week number 3 of the rebuild here on the Fairlane. Today's mission, we're going to fill some holes. If you recall from last week, we grinded down the floor a little bit, get a look at what holes we needed to fill, and today we're filling the holes. We're going to try to, at least. Got a nice little thing of sheet metal there, and we're going to cut her, make some pieces out of it, put it in the floor. So now I'll show you what pieces we need to fill, the spots. Right here, there's a big old hole. What we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of cut a little rim out of here, and then cut a piece, put it on there, kind of do a lap weld, a little bit of a ridge, do a separate piece for right here, fill that in, and then up there, got a couple spots too, not too bad, but so yeah, gonna get to work on that. So, floor's cut open even more. The hole just keeps getting bigger to get smaller, hopefully. Alright people, welcome back to day 2 of week 3. Yesterday, I said I was gonna fill some holes. Ended up not happening. We got holes to cut, fill them. Mainly I was talking about this one, and yeah, I had a nice little template all cut out, but then some more rust started to form, and this piece is really thin. So yeah, we got some Sharpie lines marked up here. This is gonna need to be cut a bit more. So that's unfortunate. But there was some progress made yesterday. Not to get too down about it. The hole up here, got a nice little piece cut out, got a nice little hole drilled out, and gonna weld that up real quick. That shouldn't be too bad. Just gonna do a little bit of a lap weld. The only thing that's gonna kind of suck is that the welder is not great. This is what we got to use our equipment. It's pretty basic stuff, but if it gets the job done, it gets the job done. So hopefully it gets the job done.
I mean, that's what we got. It's not, it's awful, but it'll get the job done.
I mean, I've seen worse. And, I mean, is the bead good? No. But it's making contact all the way around. Shouldn't leak. Say shouldn't. But yeah, it's a bit tricky because it's not, there's really no fine control over it. Like you can't really choose the right, like the exact amps you want, the exact wire feed. So you kind of gotta play with it. It's very stop and go. It's like doing a hole fill with stick. Like you can't just keep doing it continuously because it'll burn through, but you also can't let it sit for too long because then the weld pool gets too cold and then it doesn't contact, or it doesn't, you know, it doesn't contact all of it when you're going again. So it was very stop and go, but then also, you know, you got to get on top of it. So is it my best work? No. Will it do? Yeah. And carpet's gonna cover it up. We're gonna get insulation in it too, so you're not even gonna feel it through the carpet. So it'll do. But yeah, so thankfully I only got a couple more holes to fill. Sad part is that's probably the smallest part, and that took me a long time to do. So, and the other ones, they're not going to be really any easier. This one's probably going to be the easiest from its location. It's nice and flat, and I can get right to it. This toe board's going to suck. Trying to reach in there, I'm probably going to have to lay down on this entire thing and put a mat down. This is just going to suck because of how big it is. But yeah, luckily didn't burn through. And the underside seems pretty good, so yeah, gonna keep at it. All right, it's a new dawn, it's a new day. Filling some more holes, and it's currently Thursday. Didn't really get much done yesterday because I made plans. So, but I did get the hole cut out here in the driver's foot well. This nice little piece all made up, and she's ready to go in. And I mean, that's beautiful if you ask me. Fits in there so perfect. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it just needs to be tacked down, but she'll fit in there good. So I'm gonna get to welding that. Alright, welcome back everybody. It is currently Friday. As you might have seen from yesterday, all I did was really just weld up some stuff. I got 2 more holes filled. One up here in the toe board and one down here. This whole section was kind of bad. And then, you know, there's a couple of pinhole holes, so just tack those up. Welds, still not looking great, but it'll do, it'll hold. This side, it started warping on me pretty bad, so I had to really build up to get there, but whatever. It'll all be covered with carpet, so you ain't gonna see it. But main project for today is to get this hole at least cut out. Probably won't get that welded in today. Probably won't have time, but at least get it cut out and then start building a template for it to lay in there. So yeah, that's the objective for today. Got the metal made and formed. I'm struggling a bit though. You might be able to tell to hold it into place. But this is what she looks like. Now, she doesn't sit in there quite right yet because, I mean, it's got a bit of a bend to her. But you tack her in and, it'll stay eventually. But I'll pull it out and show you. It is a bit of a complex kind of curve. Yeah, that was kind of a beast to form and to get in there. And, it doesn't sit in there perfectly now. You look, it's got a big old gap in here. But once you push it down and you tack her in, it sits pretty darn good. Let's see, what time is it now? It's about 3:30 right now. Fortunately, I don't think I'll have time to get her into place today, but yeah, at least there's progress being made. We might come in tomorrow and start taking everything off that engine, make sure that engine actually turns over, because if it doesn't turn over, or if it doesn't spin, then what's the point of putting it in a car? So we might do that tomorrow. That's a maybe. But yeah, so if we don't do that tomorrow, then, thanks for watching this week's video. Unfortunately, got a little bit less done than what I had hoped. But, this welder, it takes time to weld, so that was kind of a time consumer. But, if we're able to come back in tomorrow and to get that bit all welded in and start getting that engine torn down, then I think, that's good progress for this week. A little bit slower than what I had hoped, but that's how it goes sometimes. So thanks again for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Maybe.
Okay, so we're back in the shop today. It's Saturday. It's been a busy week. The shop's been super busy. I haven't had a lot of time to help Casey out with his car. He's pretty much done all the floor repair and stuff on it. You're gonna end up replacing another section here.
Yep.
Let's take a look. This is probably the first time I've been seeing this after you fixed it here. Oh. So there's his floor repair there.
They're not great welds, but it'll do.
You know what? It's not a a full-on restoration here. We're just trying to get this thing running for back on the road for back to the 50s. So, you know, it's one step up from screwing some license plates to the floor.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I see that the holes kind of got bigger on you, huh?
A little bit. Yeah, there's some spots where there's really bad pitting, and then it just kept disintegrating.
What we thought was maybe just a small hole ended up being a little bit larger spot of rust, which is kind of expected. So, all right, it looks like you got your next piece. That piece is probably gonna fit right in there, huh?
Yeah, it's a bit of a beast to get in there to form, but once you get your tacked in, it'll hold.
All right. Well, I'll let you do that, and I'll probably start pulling that engine down then. All right, let's get at it. So as you can tell, the engine is stripped down. As far as it's going to get today anyway. Lots of parts. Yeah, we got to find a place for those. This thing is hopefully going in the car next week just for fitment. And then, yeah, we'll hopefully get a transmission ordered for it and continue on with that process. Casey had to leave to go to work, so just want to check out his floor repair. He's been over here welding for the last hour or two. Yep. He had to kind of deal with a crappy welder. Our welder is not the best. I use it mostly just for removing broken off exhaust studs, welding nuts on the exhaust studs and pulling them out. But yeah, flux core, I don't know, not the way to go. At least not with the welder we have, let's put it that way. So, all right, that does it for this week's video, and next week's a new week. We'll see you then.